So now we are going to move on to working on the neck area. So we are going to do the massage techniques of 4 different muscles. So today we're going to work on sternocleidomastoid, scalenes, levator scapula and upper traps. And for this we're going to use the massage techniques of the STR, the soft tissue release. We're going to do a strain counter strain, and which is SCS, and an MET, which is the muscle energy technique. So just to identify the 2 muscles we're going to do first, we're going to work on the sternocleidomastoid and we're going to work on the scalenes. So for the placement of them, the sternocleidomastoid you'll find on the side is the ropey sort of muscle that runs down to the sternoclavicular joint, you find it here, and the scalenes will run down the side here for the transverse process of the cervical spine. So both of these muscles do side lateral flexion and they also do rotation. So first, starting with our STR, so our soft tissue release, which as you know is to lengthen an isolated or localized area, and it's also to give the client some relief from pain and from spasm and to give a stretch to the area. So with the STR, our mantra is shorten, pin, stretch and release. So working on, we can work both together, sternocleidomastoid and scalenes. We can take the head in a slightly rotated, so slightly rotating to the left, and also side laterally flexing. So I've shortened, so I'm going to shorten, I'm going to pin down towards the rib cage, I'm going to lengthen, and then I'm going to release. So there's no hold with this one, so it's a shorten, pin, stretch and release. How's that stretch now? Is that okay? Not causing any pain? Do you feel the stretch in the area?
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're going to shorten, we're going to pin, so you can either hold the sternocleidomastoid, hold on the scalene, so shorten, pin, stretch and release, and only give a much of a stretch as you feel that there is tension or end feel on the muscle. So in other words, you're not going to give a big massive stretch to the area which is going to cause the client further pain. Again, so shorten, pin, stretch and release, and you can move up the muscle in many different directions. Again, working with the scalenes, you can go in any different directions as well. So you can start off at a lower point, shorten, pin, stretch, release. You can move up, shorten, pin, stretch and release, and keep moving further up the muscle. Okay, so that is the STR to the scalenes and to the sternocleidomastoid. Now we're going to move on to the MET. So the MET is giving an overall stretch to the area. So what we're going to do is we're going to give, so again I use just one hand on the shoulder, just make sure the shoulder doesn't travel with us. So I'm going to give a bit of a stretch to the area. So again I'm doing the opposite to what I was doing there. So slightly rotated, I'm going to come into side lateral flexion on the opposite side because we're stretching this side here. And I'm going to put my hand just above the ear. So I'm going to ask the client, going to push back into my hand by the ear at about a 10% pressure. So give me 10% pressure there for your head. And we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, we're going to say to the client, nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax everything, and then we get our stretch, our next end feel. We hold it here for 15 to 20 seconds, and then we're going to repeat again. So client, where you feel my hand here on above your ear, 10% of pressure into my hand, hold it for 10 seconds, again client, nice big deep breath in, exhale, relax everything, and find our next end feel. Again, we hold it 15-20 seconds, and then we can go on and repeat that a 3rd time. Okay, so this is the MET, the muscle energy technique. We find our first stretch, 10% hold for 10 seconds, ask client big deep breath in and out, then move, find your next end feel. No big sudden movements. Again, you don't want to do kind of too hard work here on the neck, just to doesn't increase any pain for the client as well, or bring on a headache or anything such like. As you release in this area here, you are going to increase in blood flow to the head. So again, just for the client, they might feel a little bit dizzy when they're standing up, might feel a bit lightheaded, but be a little bit conscious of that as well. Okay. Now the strain counter strain is the last technique that we have here. This is great for spasm in this area, torticollis, weary neck stuck in one position. And really what we're going to do is we're just going to shorten the muscle. You shorten the muscle, you hold it in a shortened position by doing its action. You hold it here for our 90 seconds. Then ask client to big breath in after the 90 seconds. And we slowly bring it into a lengthened position, and we can work on releasing muscle spasm or releasing a particular area of tightness. Okay, so that's STR, MET and strain counter strain for the scalenes and the sternocleidomastoid.